Coming up on today's edition of Wildcat Weekly, Yearbook, the Echo, and the Special Olympics. All this and much more coming up next. Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. I'm Nick DeSanti, coming to you from the headquarters of Wildcat Weekly. Preserving the high school memories for an entire student population is a big feat to take on every year. Courtney captures just how much work goes into this yearbook.
Like, you would have to do the scrolling thing. Like, try doing magnetic glass.
Yearbook is a great opportunity for students to take an elective that allows the yearbook staff to work on a real publication in school.
Yearbook is a really fun class. It's usually mostly girls, but guys are always welcome. We all end up getting along really well, and we become kind of like a family by the end of the year.
There are no prerequisite classes freshman year. You can only take it as when you're at the main campus, so it's sophomore, junior, senior. You do have to do an interviewing process. It's just one interview, it's 5 minutes, it's quick and easy. It's just basically for us to get a feel about, you as a staff member and how you would fit in well and work with the team that's already established.
If you're interested in photography, design elements, or even just writing, if you're only interested in one of the three, I think it's a really good opportunity. You can be really creative with it. Yearbook staff has to make sure that they can be held accountable and responsible because we do have deadlines. We are a publication, so you do have to meet those deadlines, and we expect quality writing because it is going to be published to the entire school.
Learned a lot about the different clubs and organizations that take place within the school walls that I normally would have never known about, and I've learned a lot about the student body as well.
You have a lot of in-class time to work on things and a lot of time to yourself. So you have to use that time wisely, and it's not really a class that you can procrastinate in.
Every year it's a new experience, it's a different book, and that's why I love it. I keep coming back.
Make sure you set up your yearbook interview. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Courtney Carpenter.
Extra, extra, read all about it. All right, Jeff, take it away.
The newspaper class at Neuqua Valley works very hard to produce the Echo every month. Although the paper is very popular, many people do not understand the whole concept of the class.
So a newspaper class is an elective in the English department, and it's a year-long class. Anyone could enroll sophomore through senior year. We publish the paper monthly, and it's a workshop-based class. So every day in class, we're working on the paper. Stories are decided by the class. Each student generates about 5 story ideas, and then the editors meet to decide which stories they want to use that month. And from that point, then students get to choose the stories that they write.
Apart from the practice of writing stories, the newspaper class has many other benefits for a student.
Newspaper is a really great class to take, especially if you're interested in journalism. It gives you a lot of hands-on experience in the field. You make a lot of connections around school that are really helpful, and you just get a lot of practice writing stories. And my favorite part of the class would have to be the atmosphere and the people. It's kind of like a family, so every time you walk in there, it's just a good time.
The paper can be found all over the Gold Building and the main building, in the class houses, in the LMC, in newspaper racks that are designated for the Echo. They can also be found in the cafeteria.
Pick up the latest edition of the Echo on Thursday, January 31st, and contact your counselor if you have any questions regarding enrollment in this course. For Wildcat Weekly, I'm Jeff Omer.
Special Olympics basketball has had great success in the past years. Catherine dunks into the story.
The Special Olympics basketball teams here at Neuqua have had tremendous success, not only this year, but in the past.
There's 2 teams. There's a varsity 1 and a varsity 2 team. And both teams have about 10 to 12 athletes on them. In years past, we've been very successful. We've had many state championships for both teams. And this year, both teams have had winning seasons.
We've done really well. If you go around and look in the halls, there's so many trophies for Special Olympics. And last year we went to state for basketball.
This Sunday is our district tournament at Hersey High School, and both teams will be playing in order to make it into the state tournament in March.
Besides being a part of the team, students are able to volunteer and are inspired by the athletes.
I went to basketball practice one time last year, and it was amazing. It was really moving, and I love it so much. I love working with the kids, and it's just a great time.
The student body is encouraged to get involved not only by volunteering but in supporting the team.
It's definitely a lot of families. A lot of peer partners go as well, and then best buddies. And then also we had recently the pink out game, and the gold rush actually came as well, so everyone wore pink.
So come out and support the Special Olympics basketball teams, and good luck to all the athletes participating this year. For Wildcat Weekly, I'm Catherine Oleskowitz.
Wildcat Weekly is viewed every week, but there's much more to the media program that meets the eye. Chris gets the inside scoop into these amazing elective courses.
Many students have heard about the media program, but do not know what the class is all about or how to get involved.
It's very easy for a student in Neuqua Valley to get involved in the media program here. All they need to do is sign up for our beginner level class, which is Media Communication and Production 1. After students complete the Media 1 class, then they have a choice for our Broadcast Journalism and Production 2 class. They can either take a pathway that leads them towards journalism or one that leads towards production. The journalism track are the students who are interested in working on Wildcat Weekly and get to produce Wildcat Weekly and Wildcat Weekly Extra and our NV Pulse stories every week. The other students may choose a track that's more production oriented. A lot of those students have aspirations to get into possibly the film industry or editing. They want to be directors or producers or editors.
These courses are very unique and offer many benefits to the students who take them.
A lot of the times you're not sitting at a desk. There's material that you have to learn, don't get me wrong. There are tests, there are quizzes, because there's content you have to learn about media and how to put it together and how to produce it. But a lot of the times students are learning that material by doing hands-on work. They're creating videos, they're creating commercials, they're creating news stories, all sorts of different types of things. So while there is some traditional instruction, there's a lot of hands-on instruction as well.
Be sure to check out these awesome classes. For Wildcat Weekly, I'm Chris Voss.
Control-Alt-Delete, resetting the new year. Mackenzie drops the ball on this story.
January 1st is a day when many individuals set a goal for the new year. But how did this all start?
In 46 BC, Julius Caesar decided he was going to revise the calendar to make it align better with the seasons. And so he made January 1st the first day of the new year, thus New Year's Day. And he wanted to name it after the Roman god Janus, who is the god of beginnings. And so where New Year's resolutions originate is because Janus looks both forward and backward. It is an opportunity to reflect on the year before and then also set goals and what you hope to achieve in the future.
I want to get an A in physics because I need to go to college.
My New Year's resolution is to exercise because I want to lose weight.
My New Year's resolution is to cut back to 1 cup of coffee a day because I drink a lot of caffeine to stay awake during the day.
Resolutions are beneficial if you are really serious about setting that goal. Like if your goal is to improve your GPA, if your goal is to do better on AP Gov tests, that you can really set that goal and you can really commit to that goal, you're going to make that goal. But I don't think it needs to be January 1. It could be August 30th.
New Year's resolution is to make someone smile every day.
My New Year's resolution is study. I would say that my New Year's resolution would be to continue to try to work out as much as I can, be a little less stressed about school and everything else, and try to make everyone around me less stressed, eat healthy, and be happy.
My New Year's resolution is to make a college dance team. Have a great year, Wildcats. For Wildcat Weekly, I'm Mackenzie Latchford.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. Have a terrific weekend.